Steve's Giant Pumpkins kicking off a new season 2026 and a new logo. Love it. All right, coming off my best season to date, 2025, I scaled 2 personal best. I won the Governor's Award at the Virginia State Fair and 2 Howard Deal Awards. But one thing that I know for sure is that 2025 weights don't matter no more. It's all about 2026. I fell about 300 pounds, a hair over 300 pounds short of my jacket goal last year. That's goal number 1 for 2026. Get that elusive GPC Growers Jacket. So in order to do that, got to build off of that spectacular 2025 season I had. Replicate the things that went good and correct the things that didn't go good. And maybe, just maybe, I'll get to take a trip up to Ohio next year for the IGC and put on that elusive black GPC Growers Jacket. And maybe in the process, we'll knock out a couple of new personal bests and maybe have a shot at that state record. So let's take a walk outside and see where things stand for the beginning of 2026. So here's what I got going on in the patch. Half of it cover cropped last fall with winter rye. Really took off in the last month or so. And half of it fumigated with milled mustard last fall that I got from Wallace Organic Wonder, and just followed the directions on the packages, spread it all out, tilled it in, covered it up with plastic. What's going to happen over the next couple weeks is get this cover crop chopped down, get in here and do some broad forking and get some amendments down. And I'm going to do a light till. I'm not going to till a whole heck of a lot. Lay drip lines, get all this stuff up and broad fork and work down here. And I'm going to actually try and get this. The cover crop grew way better on this side than it did over there. And I think because I put a lot of organic matter in here last year. And everything that I had left over from that 500 pounds of earthworm castings that I bought for burying dirt, but I didn't really use it a whole lot for that. I had a bunch left and it all went in this spot here. Going to get this chopped down tomorrow morning, hopefully before the rain comes tomorrow. I've been trying to work in here, but it's just been too wet, and partly because this cover crop's been holding a lot of water in here. Hasn't rained a whole heck of a lot, but just enough to, every time I'm off of work, I can't really do anything. So it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Won't be much work going on in here over the weekend, but it is time to get started. All right, there it is, all chopped down, and I'll let it rain on it tomorrow and take a break from the patch. You see areas like where there wasn't much, it's kind of dry right here, but down inside the growth of the winter rye, it's just pretty wet. So hopefully it'll get dried out next weekend. And another thing I'll point out is you might wonder, why did I only fumigate half the patch? And simply because that milled mustard was just way too expensive to do the whole patch. So I tried to concentrate the milled mustard on areas that I've been having a little bit of trouble out of the last couple of years. And hopefully that'll be a big help. Next to the boar pasture, see these boars up here eating dinner. This is where I grew the 150 square foot hula hoop last year. You can see the hula hoop still on the ground there. All that's going to go away. I'm going to grow a full-size fruit in here in 2026. And why am I doing that? Because I want my jacket, and 150 square feet ain't going to help me with that. So full-size fruit going in here and nothing else. Last year I did bushel gourd and some marrows and tomatoes. I got 775 square feet to work with in here. I'll start to plant it back there and run it way up to here. I got a lot of work to do in here, same as the other patch. I'll come in here and get cleaned up and do some broad forking, amending, light till, and start growing real soon. Alright, deep in the boar pasture. Gonna do something over here this year. I grew some field pumpkins here a couple years ago. Starting there, going all the way down to the bottom. Had some success there. I'm gonna grow something from there to here, but not giants. I don't know what yet. Gonna have 2 giants in here. I went and took out my pallet fence down there at the bottom. That's okay, I'm gonna rebuild it. Haven't quite measured this, but I probably got a good 8 to 900 square feet per plant. We'll put one up here going down and one down there coming back up. One down here is going to be a green squash just for the Virginia State Fair. And it'll either go my way or it won't. If it starts to go south, I'm just going to yank it out because it's not going to help me get my jacket. And Virginia's first ever GPC Growers Jacket, the primary goal for the year. So going to try to get one of each category for the state fair. Green squash is going to go down here. I have not determined what giant's going to go here yet. I think it's going to be one that I grew last year. I don't want to put some of these crazy good genetics that I have over here just because I don't trust the soil a whole lot. Holds a lot of water. I've got a big perlite order placed. This should be here the next week or so. I'm going to put a lot of perlite in this whole area right here. Roughly probably 40 to 60 cubic. I think it's bought it by the cubic yard, I think. So it'd be 40 to 60 cubic yards. I bought 80 cubic feet or yards or whatever it was. And I'm going to use some of it in some other places. Most of it's going to go right here. So I'm going with the concentration of my perlite down that area. It's better down there than it is up here. This holds a lot of water. And you can see up here where the boars dug their makeshift wallow up here. Actually, the girls did this before the boars lived over here. And this is the water level up here. The higher you get to the mountain, to the ridge line there, the higher the water table is. This whole area in here stays sopping wet all summer long. We can't even mow it until the dry, hot months like August and beyond. But that area is not terrible. It holds a little bit of water like right in here, but it doesn't really hold water from that point forward. Way back in the day, I don't know how long ago, a river or stream or something kind of ran right through here and went straight down that way. That's why we have a shallow well pump at the house. So high water table out here, we'll pump down at the house only 21 feet in the ground. So that's what we're working with up here on this end. All right, 2026 just getting started. Stick around and watch this growing show all year long and see if I hit those goals that I've been after. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.